Well, everybody, it's Awestruck Comics Podcast News. Oh, the week.
Man,
Oh, the week.
I'm let down. I thought you were going to open the show with a Booyakashan.
I don't know if that's I can. Is that racist?
It's no, you literally look like Ali G right now.
Oh, I guess that is right. I didn't think that's what that was. So, everyone get their grandma to like, comment, subscribe on platforms on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, regular YouTube's for the video component. I think you can switch back and forth, toggle, as they say
Did,
in the
did you
biz,
did you upload more
to
stuff to Spotify?
Spotify. Yeah. I put the new, I think I have last week's news and the year, and then I need to start going through and do the evergreens and then just start posting regularly and then repost the other side. So, um,
Look at
quick
you.
plugs, Instagram for me, for the Idiosyncratic Pulp. At the end of the show, we'll go into the Rob 2 accounts on X Twitter, Rob Messick, and Maximum Supreme, always posting daily. So let's get into it. A little bit of sad news up top, but it's the news of the week, as they say. But this is my Instagram. Go through a couple quick posts. But this was my Sal Buscema post regarding his passing. But I think he was 98, something. He was up
He
there.
was
So
up there, dude. I mean, good for. We
or
can only be
90, I
so.
think. 3 days. I
Yeah,
think it
I
was
don't
two or
know.
3 days before 90. So that's pretty good. In the Romnibus, or they didn't call it Romnibus, in the Marvel original Marvel Heroes Epic Collection Volume 1, or a Omnibus number 1. So this is like the original art of like the first page. And I was trying to find, I couldn't find a good record of this, but apparently they took the first two pages. This was page one. This was page two. Oh, sorry. No, let's see. My bad. This was page one. This was page two, and we all know, well, that's the ad. We all know this is page one. This is page one.
Yes.
Um, but what's interesting with this is that this page one is so perfect that this was the ad, and that's what I was trying to find out. I feel like this ad was in every book from 1979 for a couple months, like either leading up to it, and even the ROM ad. I don't know if it was an agreement with Parker Brothers. That ROM ad was also in every book for tons and tons of months, and that ROM uh, toy just failed immediately, you know. But this had 75 issues or something like that. He did almost 60 issues. But this was from just because the colors popped really well. I photographed my replica, my facsimile edition. I just thought the color pops are real good.
No, that looks really good.
Well, what I do is I photograph it in my portrait mode in my camera, and then I put it on the Instagram, put it into like a hyper, and then I just kind of play around with it. This is the way I want. I want all comics to look like Valiant Vision. That's my goal. If I had a superpower and if I could possibly change uh, the way I look at things, if everything could look like Valiant Vision. I'm not kidding. I'm not really kidding. Like, this is actually kind of something. I wish everything looked like this normally without me having to go through. This was his it's funny up here they say Big Brother John was enjoying a brief on vacation in France and Italy. So we got our pal Sal to do this fill-in. Conan the Barbarian official actually put this up too. They put this post up. Um, I also don't really know how. Let's go back to the credits real fast. How old is this guy, George Rizzo? I feel like his name has been in comics for like 80. I feel like in the 30s he did stuff. Does that sound right? I feel like in the 30s he did things. I guess I'd have
Good
to
question. And
look that
isn't
up.
Ernie Chan still around, right?
I believe so. Yeah, this was Ernie Chan's my favorite finisher on John Buscema. So, but I also think that it's interesting that they did things like this. They did like the coloring back then that they decided to do this. I feel like this is the newsprint held this better. I looked at a reprint of this too that couldn't official post it, and I'm like, mine's better. You're welcome, but you can just hire me. Not a big deal. But yeah, this was a great comic. Uh, Really good. So he's honoring, still doing a little bit of Sal stuff, but when he first started, he inked a lot of John for a long time, and then started a bit on his own. We might do an official like deep dive of stuff. All right, so this was I could try to find a better resolution on this. I do apologize. This was the best resolution I could find on this one. This was it's not really dated. It's funny, like his style, I would say Sal Buscema style from 80. Let me think. When did Swearing One come out? 91, 90?
90.
I would say like between 1988 to like 2000. It was practically the same. He did fall and become more of an anchor on Overrun Friends after a bit when to Thunderstrike and things like that, and on
Right.
Thor.
Right.
We'll get into
This
some of that.
is
I kind of pulled my favorite things, but I feel this is probably when would you think this would be? This is
I would
probably for a
say
magazine or something.
I would say mid 90s.
Hmm.
I would say mid 90s because it's post Spider-Man. Like that's his spectacular Spider-Man spider symbol.
Yep. Mhm.
So definitely post Spider-Man.
Yeah, which changes a little bit. I pulled some spectacular stuff. He actually did Spectacular One, so he actually did do it. He did a Spider-Man One also, um, which I have. I actually have a really bad, like faded copy of it. I got it for $3.
This is a
Um,
great piece. I kind of would love to see someone color this, but color it like it came out in
I'll color it.
1980. Like
Maybe I can color it.
there's a guy I'm friendly with named Dakota Alexander, and he's really good at coloring stuff. Make it look like 80s comics. I would hate to see this color today. Don't give me like a Photoshop, like, like lens
Yeah,
flares or whatever. This is great.
yeah. Yeah, this is really cool. He had a giant Hulk run. I only read bits and pieces of that Hulk run. I would like to read all of it. I read like the monster storyline,
Mhm.
a lot of the space storyline.
I feel like
But
the Hulk cartoon that we grew up with, you know, was kind of based off of his Hulk stuff. It's his
yeah, I
hair.
think so. This was my favorite. This I bought this live. I bought this live in '91. Um, I had a Craven's Last Hunt trade, and it was on
Yes.
great paper, the glossy paper. It was
Oh,
colored because it wasn't colored. That book was deluxe in print, but I feel like that in year one when they got reprinted for right, similar timeline when they reprint that or like late '80s, early '90s when they printed those. That was like premiere. That was like that was just premiere coloring, special coloring, like almost like Paul Mount's coloring, even though that wasn't Paul Mount's coloring. But like the year one is famous for Batman Year One. We're having Richmond Lewis recolor for like the Warner editions for the trade paperback. There's two different colorings of year one. I don't think there's two different colorings, maybe some touch up for Craven's Last Hunt from Mike Zeck drew. So, but to do a sequel to that is very intimidating. And Sal didn't change his style, it was the same. But this storyline was great. It also had a lot of great imagery. But this was also like J.M. DeMatteis at the time was probably one of my favorite writers because of Craven's Last Hunt, the fearful symmetry and like the like just how poetic a lot of things were, literally with actual poems in the book itself, or I guess homage or lifted poems.
oh,
Um,
this was a great time for Spider-Man because we were collecting the Larson McFarlane Spider-Mans. Sal Buscema was just killed. Like we were dating Sal Buscema.
yeah,
He
and
he
it's
he
art.
came in and not us 90s and 80s kids. We responded to it. Look at him. He's even doing the McFarlane webbing here. Like he's like, hey,
Yeah,
I know how to grow.
right.
He knew how to grow us as he knew what to do. Whether he was told or whether he learned it on his own, I don't know. But these are good. These are good panels.
Yeah, this is great. I mean, this is probably what's interesting with this. I remember looking at this, and Spider-Man was one of the first things was drawing around this time. I would just keep drawing Spider-Man, and I feel
Yes.
like the it was very simple to start here. I also remember George Perez, I read an interview somewhere, is like you have to start with the character, not the costume. That was always kind of a phrase he would say, not verbatim, but say something to that effect. Because I feel like when we were all drawing Wolverine, what do? We're drawing like the mask first, and then we start to draw the figure, and I'm like, oh, his head's too big. Uh-oh, I lost. I'm at the wrong part of the page. Whoops.
Yeah.
So you're just kind of messy from the start. So I started looking through this, and the Marvel app again, Marvel app fail. Thank you so much. So they have three issues, and I was really getting into, I was reminiscing. They have the first three parts of the six-part storyline, plus a finale issue, and it just jumps from 179 to 186. So we just have a 7 issue gap. . Thank you. Thanks so much.
Terrible.
Beautiful. And you know what sucks about it is that, they just did a real omnibus. So usually when they do an omnibus, they'll put
They'll
they
fill in the
just
issues,
fix the
right?
files. They'll pull the issues. They just put all of the alpha flights on there, you know? So way to go. I
I
was
wish
like,
they made things a
this
little
is
bit
really funny.
special. Like I know he like molded this with clay. Mark
Mhm.
Bagley's okay, he can sculpt. But I kind of wish like, make this a little bit special. Like you could have made this for the omnibus. Like give us a picture of the molded figure. And if
Right.
he drew a sketch to design the figure off of, like that would be cool.
Nothing.
I'd like to see that. Nothing.
Yeah.
Just
But
a
I also think it's
blurry.
really funny that they just have a scan of an issue. They're not trying like you're right. They probably have to have something. They had no thought in this. And I think I'm pretty sure that the X-Men ones are just like this too. They're just like a scan of the cover. They're like, we don't know,
Right.
you know.
Now the X-Men ones are based off of art, some of them.
Right.
And you can see some of that art. Marvel put out a book called MAX, Marvel Avengers X-Men. It was like a
Mhm.
30th anniversary book, which has a bunch of pinups in it, and some of those pinups were the drawings used for some of the X-Men holograms.
Yeah, it
Particularly, I
was like
remember
Greg
Capullo
Capullo.
Cable. Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
That's the one I just went to. Yep. Our brain went right to it. Same thing with this is clearly a scan of the foil or yeah, because it's 295.
Right. It's a
Because I think
scan
there
of the
was a
foil.
regular version of this, and they don't have the other version of this, which I'm like, God, like just a mess. No, so this is a different. What's funny is like this is after, and this is him going back to kind of like is him taking it back. But like this actually looks like Romita Jr. later, right?
It does.
But just really, really tight, powerful. But I think this right at this time, see, this is what we were used to, is that some of these, this is can be a lot less lines, but as powerful or close to this, you know. And this was
Yes.
probably 2 years before, um, but yeah, going back, yeah, there's his issue one. So this was, but look, like the faces are practically the same. And then kind of looking through, Esposito kind of softened it. This was more of the 70s, like soft.
Yes.
But this is probably when I started to go back and look at this. This was in '88. And I started to look at, that's a pretty famous. I think that is worth some money now. But look at how many, it's almost like less lines. Still, that red's killer. That red's nuts. But this was later. Look how big that is, though. He started to make that bigger as it went on. That's what she said. Now, I don't like this era. I don't like this era.
Yes. I don't.
I think we
Because
talked about this before.
Sal Buscema is a strong, strong inker.
Mhm.
And getting Sienkiewicz to ink him was, I mean, some people may love it, but to me, especially then, I didn't like it.
Well, I think in 93, 94, I'm pretty sure that he just split his duties. Um, he, I'm pretty sure he started inking Thor. Like he was inking Thor over like Pat O'Leaf and I think Ron Friend started to do him and Al Milgrom went to Thunderstrike like right around this time. And so it's not as if he wasn't doing the same amount of work pencil ink, you know, because
Right.
here he's doing pencil and then Sienkiewicz, you can see clearly he's pulling a little, he's finishing it heavier, which is known for Sienkiewicz to do. But I feel like he kind of ruined some of this uh, timeline. You know, he kind of ruined some of this. I do physically own this, but you can
I mean,
tell, I guess.
here's what it is. I like this cover, but I would have liked it
Mm,
to be just Buscema. That's all. I still think Sienkiewicz is cool. Like everything he does
yeah,
is
he's
cool.
restrained here on this cover. It's pretty restrained, but when you get interior, it gets a little messier.
I
Same
think my
thing
most
here.
hated Sienkiewicz inks is he inked over Andy Smith for Mars Attacks the Image Universe, which I was
Oh
really looking
God,
forward to,
yeah,
but like
their
rough, dude,
styles
just
do not
rough.
mesh at all. Like
Nah.
just get Ray Christing or Mark Pennington, or there's a million inkers you could have gotten.
He could have inked himself. He inked himself on
Like
I think his Vanguard issue.
Vanguard, EXO, like yeah, it's
Yeah.
I don't know, just anyone. Um, it must have been hard. He only did maybe two or three issues of this. It must have been hard for him to like draw this costume. He's like, oof, I've had to keep. This was a tough costume, man. It didn't
Well,
last long.
he had his own particular spider symbol. Like I liked his spider symbol. That was his and
Yeah,
his alone.
yeah,
And that was kind of neat. If you were a Spider-Man artist, like kind of design your own spider symbol. McFarlane had his, Larson had his.
yeah, yeah. Because I mean, what's funny now is that everything is Spider-Man adjacent. Everything is Spider-Man because they have no creativity. So they're just like, let's keep making Spider-Man. Cool, like it's the Spider-Verse ruined things, in my opinion, in a way.
No
Um,
way.
86, he took over penciling, but adapted the style to be closer to. I also think it's really helped by the John Workman lettering, which is it seems to be a little bit larger. So some of the stuff here of him drawing it, and I don't know per se if around this time if Walt did layouts or not. It doesn't say.
Right.
The first couple maybe, and then he just took it over again, not credited. And there's the terrible design. I just think this cover is really funny. But this is him coming back in 2010, inking. This is also around 2010 of him doing some of these handbook covers, which is pretty cool. It's also
Yeah,
really cool
these
that,
are pretty good.
this is like a very, that's I guess long shot. Look at that mullet. Look at that. That's pretty fun. And then a cool 70s. I like that logo. These are pretty good books. They're pretty good. Just no new art inside, which I think is, that was the
Right.
style. But yeah, this looks like a pinup that he would have done in 1978 and like a Defender's backup or something like that. Who's that? Is
I have
that
no
is that
idea. I just
I don't know.
don't know that cow.
I don't
Like,
know. I don't know who that is either. That's like a Keith Giffen like Defenders villain, I believe. So anyway, speaking of Defenders, then he at this point he started to work further. Also, this is not in the Marvel app for I don't know what reason. I don't think there's a good collection of this. That would be an easy, nice 12 issue collection, $15. Great.
yeah,
It's it's
it's fun. It's
Larson,
just pure
Busiek
Marvel.
scripting, and then who were the villains? Friends. Okay, his friends and the friends Buscema inks on that. The first handful was Jansen inks, I believe, and then
Jansen,
it
like
and
yeah,
then
Inky
Al
Larson,
Gordon,
right?
and then it went to Sally. Sally Boo, Sally Boo. This is probably the best one. I also think it's cool that Larson always drew the Ditko eyes, the Ditko
Yes,
Doctor Strange
because
eyes.
Ditko meant Doctor Strange to be Asian.
Too bad. Whites
That's right.
only,
Stan Lee's
Rob.
like, I don't think so. True
I don't
believer,
think
he's
so,
white.
Jack. I don't think so, Jack. Um, but that's it. What are your personal what do you think is
Well,
your
I find it
seminal
I kind of wish
Sally?
I had read the well, I mean, Seminole, it's spectacular. You just don't get past that.
Mm,
If you
for
can
our
you go to
age.
the chat? Can you go to the chat for 1 minute without messing everything up?
I'll mess all of it up.
I'm also impressed by like the guy who did those, were they Blue Ribbon comics? Like he got Sal back to ink some of that. Ron Franz, this is just a guy who wanted to print his own comics, so he did. But it's good that we had him for as long as we did. Like legit. Oh, look at this. This is mine. I have a thing for getting Spider-Man artists to draw me the Lizard. The Lizard was the first Spider-Man villain that I really loved. So Pittsburgh, maybe 2007. We went, me, Brian, and Walt went, and Sal Buscema was there, and he was a super nice guy, super kind. He he enjoyed drawing this. He's like, "What do you want? Like traditional or like the McFarlane?" I'm like, "McFarlane, give me those teeth. Giving him alligator teeth on the lizard."
Give me those
Uh,
teeth.
Now he had told me that he would rather have spent his whole career just being an inker. He loved inking. Like that
Hmm.
was his deal. He felt most comfortable doing it. He said it was easy for him. Yeah, we talked about him inking like because he inked Gil Kane. Like that, those
Hmm.
are some amazing issues of amazing.
Amazing. It's just amazing.
That's right. I think Milligan got a Cyclops sketch from him. I don't know if Walk on anything. I kind of forget. It's been a while. But I had to go dig this up. Just now, actually, when you were talking, which is easy to do. Like Mark's talking, let me go see if I have my
Aw.
scan of this. There we go. So I met him. Nice guy. Uh, and he had a line. People were there. Well, I mean, he was doing free sketches, but people were there to see him and to talk to him. He touched a lot of people
Right. Politely. Um,
politely.
yeah. I like this. Yeah, I like a lot of this. I like just like kind of how loose and tight it is at the same exact time. Which is really cool. So did he do like he did traditional number two pencil and then inked over? Because I see some number two in there.
Yeah, yeah,
So
a little, very little
good
pencil.
number
And then
two.
he drew most of it with ink because he because he's been doing it 50 years at that point.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, it's not. It's just in him to just be an artist.
Yeah, some people
'Cause
can
I
just
don't.
use start ink and go and it's crazy. That's always a little, I mean, yeah, I would figure, but it's cool. I mean, listen, it for have that and it was free and you have it and that's an artifact now and that's awesome. That is awesome.
So
Yeah, the blue ribbon stuff. That was you're right. There was a guy a couple years ago. I'm trying. They were called like bundle books or something like that, where he had a couple stories inside of it, and it was either he was doing I think it was Ron Friends and Sal was doing the inks on stuff, and
I think he's
that
got some Pat Olaf work, and
yeah,
yeah, he was just getting like the DeFalco, kind of guys.
yeah, 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 yeah.
I forget he had like a patriotic superhero. Maybe he had like a tri-corner hat or something. I kind of
Mhm.
vaguely, no research here, people. I'm sure Mark
Yeah,
will put a picture.
I'll
Wink.
drop it in. I'll write it
But
down.
those books always appealed to me. I just never got around to finding them. Like if I find them at a show or something, I'll get them. I'll pick them up. I just don't want to.
Yeah, it was cool.
I
They
think
were
he
like
tried to make
$5,
them. Yeah,
and
I
they
don't
were
think
like
they're expensive.
they were like a square bound prestige format, the Dark Knight format, as they used to be called, the Dark Knight,
But
the Dark.
so kudos to that guy because he had a vision of he let me get my comics out there. I don't know what it cost him. I hope he's very well off because comics are not cheap.
I feel like we looked at him, I think, relatively recently, I think on the show 60 episodes ago, a ton of episodes ago. But I think it's just digital now. I believe there might be print to order on, but I'm pretty sure that he's still making those. So that's
Good,
pretty dope.
good for him.
Pretty dope. Well, we'll miss you, Sal. Sally Boo. Hopefully you're hanging out with your bro, having
Sal
some
Buscema.
beers in
Yeah,
Valhalla. You know what I mean? I have another two things pulled. I might do one or two more posts on that on my Instagram. For I have a Thor issue, and then I think I have a Defenders annual or something. Like what's crazy is that you can just go through any Bronze Age and you're likely to find something. Like you just go through about 5 books in the Bronze Age, and he probably was in something. Whether he was doing a fill-in, big Defenders run, big Hulk run, but he would pop up all over the place. Like there would just be a random
hey,
issue
was
of he did a Human Fly issue. Like there's just a ton of stuff that he's done over the years that it
was
would
he
just
the
drop
one that
in.
was supposed to draw Secret Wars 2 and then it went to Milgram?
I don't remember. That might be right. That might be right. Yeah,
I think
because
he
that's
I think he has the first issue drawn and Shooter like hated it.
right. You know
So he paid
why?
him like
Probably because it wasn't all fucking medium shots. Damn you, Jim. Or worse, it was all like
yeah,
long shots. I hate Secret Wars.
I know.
Hot take, hot take, hot. I've always hated Secret Wars. I'm like, why can't it be as good as these covers? Covers are awesome, and nothing. And then on the other side, same time, we had fucking Perez doing all these perfect
Look
minuscule
at Crisis.
shots. Crisis is
Minuscule,
fucking
huge.
beautiful.
Yeah.
You can do it. You can do it. But fucking Jim Shooter. Didn't Jim Shooter draw an issue of like Spectacular Spider-Man? He's like, this is the way you draw things. He did an issue of
Yes.
Spider-Man, I believe, and it's like everyone do this, and it's like that's my least favorite time of Marvel. It's the most boring
It's
fucking time at Marvel.
I agree with Jim Shooter on like 90% of the things
85
he's
to
done.
87.
He's great
Get out of there.
until the end.
Even
So,
even New Universe. If you look at the New Universe stuff in Marvel Age, the sketches and stuff, the concepts of stuff seem really interesting. And then he's like, but you have to do it. And he was so controlled on it. And New Universe fails because it's just like that. And then towards the end of New Universe, it got funner because he got kicked off it. So you can look at the last issues of Starbrand are really fun. A lot of the last issues of like you have these extra people in there. So anyway, we'll have to do a new universe, a rise and fall, or a fall and rise of new universe. And maybe we'll do it the opposite because I feel like the end of new universe is actually pretty good. So speaking of which,
it's
let's
funny
jump
because
back. Go ahead.
just real quick, when Warren Ellis does New Universal, which is like his kind of take on like a
Mm,
new version of the universe,
I like that. That's
he
good.
puts it all together. It flows. It almost reads like it could have been a TV show, like a new Heroes back when Heroes was good the first season. Something like that. Like it read really tight. And I don't think he ever finished it. I think the second season went to start and like it was like no more. I don't know.
Oh,
I
okay.
forget.
So he had concept art or he had concepts for a part two of that.
I feel like an issue or two came out and
It's
then it
pretty
just
open.
stopped.
Oh, really? That's very possible.
I have to go back and
But see,
look.
around that time, I feel like it maybe someone else like took it over because I feel like around that time you had like Squadron Supreme, and then there was Supreme Power, Squadron Supreme, and then you had like an extra one after that. And I think some of those didn't finish either.
No, no.
Good
So that's
old
it.
Marvel. Good
Let's
old
down with the
Marvel.
sad and up with the glad. What's the? This is a long intro. This is a long. It's so
Well,
hard to say goodbye.
that's right. All right, print
Oh,
watch this week.
I
Print
forgot to
watch.
read this.
Come on, man. Come on. Well, I ordered the second print. I ordered the second print. This went right back to press. Sort of crisis events are Series O last year, Series of 2025. Now everyone's jumping on the Awestruck bandwagon. I see it on all these lists now because they read this issue. Like, this series I've been touting all along. No, you haven't. We have proof we've been
Uh-huh.
touting it all along. Get out of
True.
here. Um, I heard there was a good review of the Spirit of the Shadows book, which I thought looked really good. So maybe, I don't know, I'll see if I can find a preview of it. I didn't see, nor I would figure something like that, they would have a 5 issue preview on AIPT something. I didn't see anything. But that's supposed to be kind of fun too. But it looks like in the vein of what we would like, the weird
Yeah.
retro.
Yeah,
I
we
don't know
like
the
that stuff.
coloring. I want the coloring. I want to see the coloring inside the coloring. Of course, Jordi Belair colored Sort of Crisis
So
Events is perfect.
is second printing going to
That's
have the same paper? Wasn't it printed on newsprint? Wasn't
I
that the
believe
big
so.
deal?
Yeah.
So
And it's already been stated that the printing of that book is specific, and then when it goes to trade, it's going to be the regular gloss. They can't just do a
they can't
pop
do, yeah.
in. Um, but great, great job, guys. Dennis Camp, Eric Zadwisky, who has a pretty good podcast where they go through a lot of art. Um, So I don't know if this is doing the thing. So Marvel had this teaser image, and then they have a series coming out of, and I'll get to that in a second, which I think it's kind of interesting. Um, Ultimate's over. They've announced that, but then
Right.
this ad comes out. The end of the Ultimate Universe is here. Its legacy will live on. Now, what's confusing about this, and I feel like did they do this when the Ultimate Universe ended the first time? Did they have like a series after Ultimate? Like, I feel like they kind of did. I don't remember, but I feel like
No,
this is the
just
same type
well,
of thing.
just
It
Miles
ended.
Morales Spider-Man just became Spider-Man. Ultimate
Yeah.
Spider-Man just became Miles Morales Spider-Man, and that was it. Everything else was gone. Done. Dunzo.
Hey, yeah, yeah. So, but yeah, but to me, I want new words. Okay, like because
This
like
is literally three comic brands. It's Heroes Reborn, it's Ultimate
yeah.
Universe, and
Uh-huh.
DC's Impact line from the 1989-90. It's Impact.
Uh,
Come on. That's Archie's DC, Shield,
uh,
Fly, Comet. By the way, big fan of the Impact line.
yeah, we like them. We should do a rise and fall of the Impact line. Crucible.
Hey, did
Um,
you know before DC had the Impact line, Archie was working on a dark version of their superheroes, and Valentino was working on a Fox book with Texier, but then
ugh.
DC ended up doing the Impact line
Which had
instead.
no Fox book. That had no Fox book.
Which had no Fox book, had a cougar. Well, like not a cougar, Puma. Puma?
No Cougar. No Cougar's right.
No, no, cougar's not right.
Puma's not right. Jaguar.
Jaguar. It was one of the big cats.
I think it was Jaguar. I think
It
I
is
got it.
Jaguar.
We did it.
It is. We
We
did
did
it.
it,
We did
everybody.
it. Yeah, Puma's
We can,
Marvel,
it's
Cougar's
confusing.
Liefeld.
Ugh. All
You know
right.
what? You know why I thought it was cougar? Because it's a woman jaguar. That's why. You're like, oh, but she's not a cougar because she's young.
Oh, I get it.
I
I
mean, she
see
was
what
a
you're doing.
cougar for us because we were like 12 at the time.
I
So
hate this. I hate this thing here. And also, so it only lasted 2 days, this ad. So then they have Reborn Ultimate Impact. So it's not going to be the 25th anniversary like we thought. They were rumoring that they're going to do is it 30th or 25th? 30th
it's the
anniversary?
30th
Heroes
anniversary of
Reborn?
Heroes Reborn.
So they're just using Reborn here. It's kind of like when they did when I mean to me we disagree with the Absolute Batman stuff. Like it shouldn't be called Absolute. Absolute was a format for a trade. So what are you going to do when you have Absolute Batman? Absolute Batman. Like
Double
it's too
A,
confusing.
double A Batman, double A,
Double A.
MCO. Beep beep,
But
MCO.
this is basically, and I feel bad because I feel like so they started the Ultimate line, with Dennis Camp and Hickman, and then Chris Condon, North Jersey bound. Chris Condon, he's always signing up in North Jersey. Um, he wrote Ultimate Black. No, Brian Edward Hill wrote Ultimate Black Panther, right?
That makes sense.
and then Stefano Caselli drew that. So here we're getting like the people that the not they're like the second stringers, the second wave, I should say. I shouldn't say second stringers, right? So Chris Condon and Stefano Caselli. Uh, Caselli's been around forever, so I just can't tell. But I think this is so weird. Originally engineered by the maker to strip characters of their destined heroism, each origin box. What is this, a J.J. Abrams book? You know what I'm saying? Like it's a mystery box, origin box. It's just a
Yeah,
MacGuffin factory.
it's MacGuffin.
Blah. I can't. I
Where
don't.
the term MacGuffin come from? That's what I want to know.
I think there is a. I believe it is from an old movie, and it's like a very specific movie where that was the plot device, and then they just that became the vernacular, kind of like the Wilhelm scream, which we
I
didn't
love the
know.
Wilhelm scream.
We know what it is now, but you can actually watch videos about the Wilhelm scream, which was in a bunch which it was in, I think originally a Western, and then they just
Yes,
use it all the time.
they use it
So,
all the time.
and this is fine. This is a fine. I mean, I can't tell what I'm looking at. You know, a lot of blurry stuff. I guess
You know, it
that's
was
I
fun.
get that's
Once I
Ultimate
taught
Black
my daughters
Panther.
about the Wilhelm scream,
Mm,
whenever they'd hear it, they'd look at me like, "Oh, there it is." It was fun.
yeah, yeah. Chip Zdarsky was on Dave Harper's off-panel podcast, and I got through about 15 minutes of it. He just annoys the shit out of me. And the thing that made me crazy was he started talking about how he's writing this Armageddon event. He's like, "Oh, I wrote it," and they were like, "Hey, great job on the event." They told me, and he's like, "I didn't even know it was an event. How was that possible? How is that possible? I don't think that's possible. I just
He's
don't."
so humble. I'm
I just
so
I
humble.
don't know. I don't know. But this is a conflicting news announcement. So Sex Criminals, which was a pretty good image book, but same thing. So you had two people that annoy me. You had Fraction, who I can read a little bit and I get the concept, and it's a little too cheeky, I guess, even though he's not British. He's doing like a Warren Ellis like turn up, you know what I mean? Like a it's like Warren
Mhm.
Ellis and Peter David had a baby, and it's Matt Fraction, right? So all the
That's
late Peter David that made me crazy. Like, oh, I'm writing the whole fucking issue to have this pun at
I
the
know.
end. You ready?
I know.
Just us, young, just us. I almost ripped that comic book in half at the story. Remember that? I'm like, this fucking book. And Chris Wilson's like, it was great. I'm like, oh god damn it, Chris Wilson.
I do like
Um,
Young Justice. I don't know, but yeah, as you get older, like you think Peter David's really, and I'm not thinking of Peter David because obviously he gave us an incredible Hulk run, and there's a lot of stuff of his that I do like.
mm,
But as you get older, the stuff that you think so original isn't. Man, we're really
mm,
shitting on a lot of people. This is not our normal podcast, people. This is like we're like shitting on
yeah.
Zdarsky, shitting on Fraction, shitting on Peter David. Like Jesus.
I just Here's the thing is that I liked like Secret Prison funny Zarsky. I liked like the early like when he wasn't so like in the know. Even when this started I thought, but I feel like the cult of personality of him is so large, and we just vehemently dislike his Superman. Well, his Captain America take. We don't like it being pulled away from World War II. It doesn't make any sense. We're just like, I understand it's 30 years from from 9/11, 25 years from 9/11.
Right,
But
right.
it's
I like that. I like the blurriness. You didn't have to set a definite date for when he came back.
you just don't. You just have him fall on the ice.
Yeah.
There's no like defined time he thaws out of ice. You're like, oh
Listen,
well, it's this
9/11
date.
in the Marvel Universe probably happened like 3 years ago. You know what I mean? It's not
Ugh.
like,
Yeah, right.
even though it's been 25 years for us, everything's blurry.
It just
So
keeps
like when
moving. It
you,
just has to keep moving. If you're gonna do it in the real universe, I mean, that's the one thing that DC's always been. DC can reset. And well, I guess to go to the DC, not to tangent on a tangent, but that's what we do. What do you like most? Do you like that Krypton explodes and then Superman lands when Batman's parents get shot? Or no, I guess that doesn't line up. Is there something like that? Is there something that like it's the same day? I feel like 0 hour or
I think
something
that's, I think that's terrible. I think
did it
Superman
really
and
close.
To me, Superman and Batman are the same age. In
Right,
my
right, right.
mind, they're both, I don't know,
Same day,
30
but I don't know.
something.
I don't know.
I would make Batman like 6 years older than him, or eight
Yeah,
years older than, or 10 or 12 years older than him, and he's just not 12 years older than him.
yeah.
I don't know how old he
All right.
was. I don't like
The
that. That makes
This
it
is a
sick.
conflicting news announcement because the sex criminal is coming to Prime, and Prime's fine. They just need to do a better. I hate logging into Prime. It's so basic. It's just it hasn't been updated in multiple years. Like Netflix, I feel like is always kind of changing their menu. Tubi, Hulu's changing their menu. Amazon's just like it's just a flat. I don't like it. Peacock's even better than that. The fucking. But
Uh-oh.
here's what the deal is. It's being developed by Emily Gordon and Kumail Nanjiani. Now, Kumail Nanjiani is set to appear on screen. I don't know if that means he's the main character, which I think would work, you know. But I don't know. I don't know. I guess the biggest thing is and I guess Amazon's the right place for this because The Boys does a lot of risque stuff. But what the
Yes.
premise of this is what they basically have orgasms and they can stop time for a period of time, so they start to rob banks. It's pretty good.
Okay.
There you go. Did you ever read it? Did you read that?
No, no.
Oh wow,
It's a I do. No, I want to. It's in my I
crazy.
have it. I have it. I like they went back and did those like I don't have it this way, but like the hardcovers are really nice. They do a
Yeah,
really
and
good job with it.
they have multiple. Yeah, the hardcovers are nice, and then they also have like a complete edition, which is always helpful. We talked about
What do
this
they
last week
got?
in image solicits, but we're big Andrew
Do they have
McLean
a
fans,
compendium?
Headlopper.
Did it have a compendium of
They do
everything?
have a complete. Yeah, I don't know how it's formatted, but there is a complete all-in-one trade.
It's the best way for new people. Just like those compendium sales are probably just through the roof. Like even though like I'm not a compendium guy, I'm a hardcover guy. I do enjoy the compendiums when they do them.
Mhm.
They're really nice looking. I always used to shit on them, but now I'm like, you know, it's not bad.
No, they're not. They've gotten they're got. I like that they did the Wildcats when they still have the fold out.
Yes,
I haven't
yeah,
seen that in person, but I saw it in videos. That's pretty dope.
I have, and it still amazes me that you got Alex Sinclair to recolor Wildcats 1 through 4, and you don't like release that any other way but in a compendium. Like you just
Oh,
paid a
that's right.
guy to color 4 full issues of Wildcats
And is it
because you
that
don't
way on the app or no? The
know it's
recolor
the
is not on the app.
original. No, they if you go look at the app, it's been a while since I looked at it. It's like scans, good scans, and I feel like some of it might be digital and some of it might be scans. So I don't know exactly. It's been a while since, like I
Hmm.
said, it looks fine. It looks fine, but like if you paid a guy to recolor it,
But
that's
what
the
was
way
that
you
in?
should.
That was it just an absolute it was an absolute Wildcats?
It's in the new Absolute Wildcats supposedly, but the old Absolute Wildcats is scans because they did an Absolute Wildcats first, and then they did the compendium.
Hmm.
But mind you, the compendium only covers like 18 issues and a
Do you
couple
want to sing the
specials.
Wildcats theme? You haven't sung that in 1 week.
In 1 week,
You might have to.
Wildcats, 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 Wildcats.
Was it they're good against evil? They
Of
got
course,
incredible powers.
they're heroes, not zeros.
Mm,
Yeah,
wonderful. But Image, here we go. Let's spiral it back. Image solicits last week. We did see this. So we're pretty big Headlopper fans. I never finished it. I have the first three trades. I think there's four trades. It comes out. It was coming out. It was cool because it was coming out quarterly in these like almost like 60-page issues. They were pretty big. I don't. It might have been like 56, something like that. But yeah. So this takes place right after the original series finale comes out in April. Just an awesome. That's a like just a perfect cover. And also, look who colors it. It's Jordi Belair.
oh nice.
Absolute. And I remember that because I feel that I wonder if she's coming back. I feel like I had the conversation with Andrew McLean at a con about if he. Oh, that's right. I asked him if he gave color guides to her, and he said no. He says it comes back better than that's what's in my brain. He's like, I think I did start to, and then I ran out of time, and then she sent me things, and it looks like that. So
Hey,
that's
go back for a
pretty
second. I just
fun.
wanted to point out uh, the big panel in the middle, the brick wall. Like, is that all one shade of gray, and then it's his ink lines that makes it look darker as you go up, or did
No,
she
it's
change?
split. Yeah, it's
Oh,
split
oh,
here,
oh, I do
but
see a little banding.
there's also line. But you're right. There's also like a marker over top.
It's like
So like,
lines, and then it's like a little stippling. It almost makes you wonder if like that's making the difference. I don't know. It's just interesting to me.
well, same thing here is typically in traditional. This looks all the same. So maybe she might try and maybe go back and tweak. So like this bottom panel here seems to be all the same color all the way through. Actually, what the
Right.
best thing to do is if I had it in Photoshop, get the eyedropper and then I can kind of go through and see. But I'm not doing that right now. But this is more what she does in GI Joe, where it's like she'll do one flat pass and then go back in and almost marker. Her GI Joe stuff is just my
But you
that's my
understand
favorite
what I'm
thing.
saying? Like his ink lines
Yeah,
get like it almost could be one shade of gray. I mean,
right.
it's two shades, obviously. But what I'm saying is,
Yeah,
she does she make it darker as it goes up, or is his ink line so tight together that it gives the appearance of it being darker?
right. You're speaking as if it was the 70s and there was one shade and they got to go. Um, but here now in digital, she is darkening it, or maybe she tried like this is actually to do that is that maybe she did this in one and then did that in one. So let me go up and just tweak this down or more or up. It's
She might have. It's just
just
interesting. It's
awesome.
like what I'm trying to say is I'm complimenting the amount of inking that he did
Yeah.
on that brick wall. That's a
Yeah,
lot of work that is
he's still
unnecessary.
deciding the shading, and he's deciding that versus writing in the pan writing on the side or put a note,
Yeah.
hey, up there, do that, Well,
Hmm.
he's like I said when he talked to me, he's like, I'm not doing any of that. But I do like that the sound effects. But this is almost like an entirely different like color palette where I'm gonna color every line, every individual speed line wave in the back. I'm coloring them all different colors. I'm deciding. It's not 2 1 2 2 like it's different. And then the different color blood, just great and gross. And well, the one thing I think is interesting is that there's a bit of Mignola and James Harren, but then there's also like the Adventure Time Cal Arts style, which I don't generally like. So like this is more Adventure Time. I don't generally like that. When it gets too much, I just think it was overused really quickly and then too much. Like that. Well, didn't they do Thundercats roar like that? Fuck that. You know
Thundercats
what I
were like
mean?
that, and nobody watched it.
Or the She-Ra. Why? Don't.
Well, the
Um,
Shira was real popular.
Now with us. So, but I guess She-Ra was the only reason She-Ra was popular for us when we were kids is because we wanted the Hordak figure. We're just like, can we have that figure? Because it seems like a lost mesh of the universe figure. Can
You
we
know what
have
I
that over
hated about
here?
She-Ra is it made all Hordak's villains like kind of goofy, and I'm like, no, these are the baddest of the bad. Like, I wanted those
Right.
guys to come in and be like worse than Skeletor's minions.
Right. I think a lot of the She-Ra movies, like when they had the She-Ra He-Man movies, like she's better than He-Man. She was stronger than He-Man. Like they did a good
Uh-uh.
job
That wouldn't
back
work in
then.
today's world.
So,
Today they'd be like, oh, She-Ra. You know what I mean?
yeah, I
More
know,
like
but
He-Ra. Like they would like shit
I
all over it.
know, but that was fine. That's the one thing I think it's so weird. It's like they have it's like reverse progressives. Like the people forget about Princess Leia. People forget about like these like strong characters, Tila, and then you're right. And I don't know, it kind of went reverse progressive. So I guess I just missed this concept of it's coming out, or maybe I didn't see the bad idea solicit. It's coming out in April. But
I have to
yeah.
order this because
Y-
I'm not getting it digitally.
yeah. That's right. Yeah. So Tony Millionaire, Oddballs, Odyssey, and it seems like Sock Monkey's in it. But look how crazy this looks like a Maurice Sendak drawing, like crazy.
I
Uh,
I love Tony Millionaire for a long time. Like I have like all of his books and stuff. Like I'm a big Tony Millionaire fan, big Sock Monkey fan, big Macchies. Macchies is great.
Monkeys,
Macchies,
yeah.
I don't know if you know, there's six Macchies cartoons. I think they're on YouTube. But he made a deal with Saturday Night Live at one point to do Macchies cartoons. Macchies was like in the New York, what was their weird independent newspaper? The Village Voice, maybe something like that.
Yeah. Right.
And Maki's just great. It's all ornately drawn like this. It's really funny. It's messed up. So he airs two Maki's cartoons, and Robert Smigel gets all pissed about it. He's like, I'm the cartoon guy. I don't know if he said it like that because actually I'm a big fan of
I,
Robert Smigel.
I
So
thought
they
I thought
didn't
Robert
air.
Smigel was just on just now. I thought you were Robert Smigel.
And did you watch his Leo movie or whatever it's called? Supposedly it's
No.
phenomenal. Supposedly it's
Yeah.
great. Robert Smigel's a really good writer, and he's super funny. Like we all love Triumph the Insult Dog. So, there's four unaired episodes of Makis, and I
Mhm.
think they're on YouTube. You can watch them. Don't confuse it with the Cartoon Network Drinky Crow show, which is pretty good, but it's like an
Mhm.
ugly CG to where Makis looks like his Tony Millionaire's artwork drawn.
Right. It looks like he drew. It looks like he animated it.
And the
Yeah.
Drinky Crow show actually has a pretty good theme. I think it's by the MLB Giants. That's why.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I think you're right. Um,
So back to
there
this. Yeah.
is there are some weird, and I guess this is just you can do this. It says that there's cover art variants by Hergé
You
and of iWork. So I guess you can just do this. Like I don't know. Like they might be in the comic. I'm not sure, but there's a Winsor McCay cover, and I'm like, I guess you can just do this. Does that sound
I
right?
guess
Is
you
that
can. Oh my God, how ballsy. Like nobody's doing this.
did you read
Ooh,
Dragon this week? Wasn't Popeye and Dragon? Or wasn't like the
I didn't read Dragon yet this week now.
yeah, I believe
I
spoilers. I
didn't read
believe
anything this
it.
week. I didn't read Skinbreaker yet.
I can't say. I won't say. I won't say. Not
Don't,
saying.
because you get the
Although I do
Treasury
think it's
edition.
actually talking about this, I think it's weird that and there was 35 covers. I didn't pull all 35 covers. I pulled the covers that I like the most. But Invincible team up variant covers from Image, I feel like at least when they do this, at least when Image does it, it's something. Because Marvel has Doom covers and they're Doom homage covers by their regular people, by all the people, Vecchio, Jeff Shaw,
Yeah,
and it
but they're
just
not typically done
I
by the
didn't
comic
cover it.
artist. It's not fun.
Yeah,
Like this is like here's a Capes
right,
cover by Mark Engler. Here's a
right.
Transformers cover by or by Josh Kushera maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, these are all the people that are doing their books. You know what I mean? Like it's all Brett Booth, Cassara, you know, so it's everyone all the way through. Michael Walsh, Ludo, Lullaby. Here's your Zadwooski. That's tough. That's a tough one. I'm pretty close to. I feel like I should be getting this. If they announce they're printing all new printings of a sort of crisis, I'll probably end up going back and getting that. They're really hot as far as like back issue sales.
His sort of crisis events Youngblood cover is really smart.
Oh shit. This is everyone now that I look at it. You see you understand this? So like these are everyone that's been in the book so far, right?
Yeah,
There's the mother, the husband
mother and the husband, right?
who's a little
The
kid. Oof. Tough, man.
This is
That's
tough.
tough.
Yeah,
That's one of the families. That's the one family from
right
this
from that's been
universe.
displaced.
But all up here, these are all invincible
And then all
characters, which is
invisible
pretty cool.
characters.
So that's
Battle
dope.
Beast. That's really
Uh,
good.
I almost feel like this is like I think it's kind of it's not necessarily shitty, but some of these don't have Invincible on the cover. They'll just have either Adam Eve or they'll have, I think the die cover just has Adam Eve on it. Or they have Battle Beast in it. So this is a very Larson-esque
Yeah.
cover. That's Englert. Great, great. But I think this is funny because it's like this is. I feel like Capes is not Capes, right? It's solicited as Invincible presents Capes.
I thought you're right. Yeah.
The same thing with Battle Beast, right? Because Battle Beast is like Invincible Universe. Yeah. So that this needs that up there. You know what I
This
mean?
needs it.
Battle Beast, we're good. We know. That does not need it, but it has it. Okay. Um, but same thing here. This is a pretty dope. I
He's
think
smart. So funny.
that's really fun. That's a really fun one.
Tony
Final
Fleek. Tony Fleek.
boss.
I really like Tony Fleeks.
I wonder who's coloring. As Arif Peranto, I think Prianto. I have Final Boss 3 now that I gotta check out. Final Boss 3. Dope.
They should do a
Um,
Treasury edition of Final Boss One. That would be a really nice book.
it would be a thick book because Final Boss 1's like almost like not it's almost double triple size. This is a low res scan, but Jed Doherty I've liked for a long time. That's who did that. I think I told you about there's an Archie book that was and it might have been Aubrey as well, it might have been Audrey Zitterson. There was an Archie book that it was Archie, don't know what it's called, but it was like Archie as Fist of the North Star. And it
Right.
was crazy. Like it was him just fighting people in the desert. It was fucking awesome. I'm pretty sure Jed Doherty drew that. It was a very kind of a flat Gary Frank cover for me, you know. Meh.
It's pretty good.
Meh. Got your Ludo. Uh,
Looking good.
very good and very dynamic. Again,
Again, we are fans
we're
of
half and
Ludo.
half. Yeah, we're
I
half and
know.
half. We're like, don't. What'd you say last week? You're like, don't put him on my IP. Get Ludo off
I don't
my
want them all.
IP.
Yeah. No, it's true.
So a great Mooneyham cover. I also feel like this is like I wonder this feels like it's an homage to something else. I don't know if it is. I don't think it is, but it's like anyone could be there. So
It's a
I
shame that
kind of don't like this cover.
Skybound barely participated in the Youngblood cover month. I
Hmm.
think Capes did, and that was like, and Walking Dead did. I think that was it.
Right.
But
Right.
because Invisible Skybound, everyone's getting a cover. Oh, it's a Cronky issue too.
Oh, I didn't
We
see that.
love them.
I need a different colorist on that. I don't. It's Segala does too flat on that. Same thing here when you got your G.I. Joe here. Listen, Lee, I love you.
This is funny. That's a smart cover. It's like, hey, this it's the Lizard League, which is his take on the Serpent Society,
Mhm.
which is inspired Cobra to a point. So that's a smart cover.
Yeah, I want my Jordy on that.
I know you do.
Another, sorry for the low res, another red coat.
Man, he's super. Man, Hitch delivered on the Youngblood cover. Now he's really delivering on this.
Yeah.
Dinosaurs. This is really good.
What was the book he did? Was it America's Got Powers or something like that? Didn't he do
Yes.
like a America's Got Talent like rip off comic, but it never finished? Does that seem right?
No, no, that finished. That's really good. He did a different book where like the
Real
actors of an
Heroes.
Avengers style movie
Yeah.
went to an actual Avengers universe that got powered, and that never finished.
That's Real Heroes. Does that sound right?
I
Real
think it's Real
Heroes.
Heroes.
This is a great cover. This is probably again, it's Invincible month, but it's Battle.
It's
I don't
Battle
care.
Beast month.
I don't
It's
care.
also
You know
Battle
what I
Beast.
mean?
I mean, Battle Beast comes back this month, so it's kind of like a.
Yeah, I don't
I
care.
get it.
It's a pretty good Brett Booth. Pretty good. It's a little too confusing. I think it's colored. It's not colored right. I can't tell what's going on. I feel like there's too much light coloring-ish here, so the depth's all out of whack for me, right?
Are we
Like
going to
this.
get? Come on, McFarlane couldn't give us a nice Spawn Invisible cover. Come on,
No, because
McFarlane.
there's gonna be
I
Spawn
mean,
standing there like
technically,
this. Like that's I don't want it. I don't want it.
he did just give us Spider-Man Invincible, and he
Well,
did give us Battle Beast.
his battle
So
beat, yeah, his battle beast is pretty good. But like
we're
it's
getting two
yeah, no.
McFarlane covers this month from, which is
But
amazing in itself.
I don't know who drew this, but this is pretty dope. Is there a Crypt Keeper? I don't read Creep Show. You do. Is that right? Does
There's,
that sound right?
I do. I'm a little behind, but there was a Super Creep Show back in October that I was excited about, and guess
Mhm.
what? I haven't read it yet.
But
But
Creep Show, well, Creep Show is what? Creep Show was the Romero movie, right?
yes.
That adapted or had Stephen King stories and short stories, and
Hmm.
but they it was an homage to the EC comics, and then the comic connection there is they have a Creep Show. I remember looking at it at Barnes Noble all the time, but it was like I think it was real expensive. They had Bernie Wrightson adapt it. With somebody who probably wrote it, but Bernie Wrightson did
Yeah,
all the art through it, and you're like,
it's
shit,
it's a really nice magazine-sized graphic novel.
yeah,
I don't know if there's a name for that or not. There's a specific name. Just I guess we just got to call it a magazine-sized graphic novel.
yeah, it was
The
that. It
problem with
was
that is the glue
adaptation.
sucked because my copy of it
Right.
pages fell out.
Because
Like, come on,
I don't
man.
think it. You're right. I think it was not by like it wasn't by a big publisher. It was just
No.
you know, um, so but that's pretty dope. Here is I forget. This is a Cassara. Okay,
Yeah.
hmm,
That's cool. No.
interesting.
Robot Soundwave, get it? Invincible Rumble. That's
Maybe Cassara
really not
should draw this, right? What's Cassara doing? Cassara, well, Cassara's drawing Wolverine, Deadpool.
Void. He's rolling Void Rivals right now.
Oh, is he really? Is he
Yeah,
being pulled? He was a
for
Marvel
the
guy.
Quintesson. He's doing the Quintesson War story in Void Rivals.
Oh, okay.
Catch up
Huh.
on Void Rivals, Mark.
Never, never is Cafaro. Pretty good, pretty good.
Pretty good. Again,
I don't even know
um,
what this book is. This is like the second issue. I don't remember.
I
I
don't.
don't know what that book is.
I mean, I know the colorist.
Right. I know the colors. I don't know anyone else. At Dukeshire Letters.
I know the colorist that you complain about every month.
That's right. Correct.
This is cool. Big old bedrock. Love it. This is Liefeld's third take on the cover, from what I hear. I think he did two others and he didn't like them. This is the one he
Mm.
preferred.
It's abs. It's Ab City. Well, it's a weird placement for the signature. You know, it's on her underwear. You know.
It's almost the Trump signature on that letter on his birthday card to Epstein, where he signed his name above to ask like
Right.
fake pubic hair.
And then you want to draw
Sorry,
the yeah.
kind of
You want to
gross.
draw a dress. Um, who colored this? Well, it's not Wanma. Who's that?
It could be Wanma. Yeah,
It says
I know it was.
PH. P.
Oh, look at that! I didn't see the signature.
Yeah.
Maybe he's got. Yeah, I know he had a different colorist on the Youngblood cards, so maybe he's trying out different people.
God.
I mean, if you're
Oh my
going,
God.
yeah, I don't know how busy. I don't know how busy Wanma is.
Yeah.
Is he doing any other book at all, or is he just doing Liefeld stuff?
Yeah. I think he's. I don't know. I have no idea. I've never seen him on any other book, but It's a little more.
You
It's
know,
a little
he
more
colored
traditional.
the Jim
Llamas,
Toe
I feel
Youngblood,
like,
right?
is dirtier. I feel like it's a dirtier, you know. Oh, let me
Can you
look.
hear me?
I got my what? Yeah, that's not the signature. That's Llamas there.
Yeah.
Boop. Youngblood. Well, sorry, I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
I said Walmart colored the Jim Toe Youngblood series.
Okay. Oh, I didn't know that. No one read
And
that.
that's
Really good.
really good looking. Yeah, you should go back and read that. It's a really good series, and it's funny because if you go back and read the last three volumes of Youngblood, Casey, Malin, and Jim Toe's run, they're good, but they are not Liefeld at all. It's like you get to understand why people are really digging this new run.
Yeah, that's what you want. That's what you want. The only other news that I didn't grab because I didn't think it was that interesting. I don't know if you have any comment on it, but Bill Shanis, who is retired, who's a retired Marvel, I'm sorry, Diamond executive slash, he ran Capital. Does that sound right? Capital Comics.
He
Him and
They
Bill and
ran
Steve
a
Shanis,
Pacific
or
Comics,
Pacific,
right?
Pacific, right?
He ran
That's right.
Pacific, which was
They were
the West Coast
distributors.
comics distributor and comic book company, and gave
Hmm.
Jack Kirby like a hell of a deal to do Captain Victory through them.
Right,
They were
right.
actually a really good pro creator comic book company. Oh, so what
Yeah,
about him?
there's
He officially retired?
he no, he teamed with Bud Plant. I guess Bud Plant is still putting out some type of catalog online, and he's overhauling that with, I believe, his daughter or niece. There's three Shanuses in this one picture, and I think Bud Plant's in this one picture. It was on ICV2, but I'm just like, it's interesting looking through all these old magazines. Everything Fringe, everything that seemed interesting to me now was through Bud Plant. Back then, I'm like, oh, they're all weird. But they distributed a bunch of like the portfolios, the Conan portfolios, a lot of Jeff Jones stuff. So it's I don't know. And then it was like Last Gas. Like you couldn't get certain things through Diamond.
Right.
You had to go through Bud Plant on certain things. So a little bit more fringe stuff. So it just seems
That
interesting.
that's interesting.
Right now, it's
I'm
not a good time to start you know what I mean? I feel like it's not a good time, but maybe it is. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm wrong.
there's a yeah, I'm sorry I don't have all the information, but there is a conglomerate of people who want to start their own. They're distributing. They want to distribute their own comics, and they're coming together. People who have their own Kickstarters and their small presses, and they're trying to make like one bigger company to distribute all their books, and they're trying it. And so we need something for all the little people, like somebody who could be like that. This company they're making. It'd be nice if let's say I want to distribute Maniacs, but I can only sell 400 copies. Looter's not going to
Mm.
pick me up for that. Looter's not taking anyone under. Looter's not taking anyone.
Right.
You
Right.
know,
Right. Right.
so at least Diamond would give you a consideration. Luner's not, which isn't Luner's fault. Luner's probably overwhelmed, although they're losing DC, right? So
Hmm.
who's DC going with?
I don't remember. Uh, yeah, it's
Not
right.
going with.
It's right in the top of my brain. I forget though.
So uh, we need something for all the little people, and if they could do that, that'd be great. Even
Yeah.
if you're a guy who's going to sell 50 copies, great. Here, we'll distribute your 50 copies. You know,
Yeah.
something.
Maybe they'll be able to grab that line. Jump into plugs. I didn't even look. Let me see where we end up last week. I guess right. I don't think we covered this. Youngblood 71. We might
Yep,
have.
this is the 2012 relaunch of Extreme Books. This is when we got all the Brandon Graham and Joe Keatings and John McLaughlin movie scriptwriter, friends with Scott Lobdell. Scott Lobdell was supposed to do this book, and DC's like, no, we're going. DC had just done New 52, so they're like, we need you, Scott Lobdell. We need you.
Uh,
So he was buddies with John McLaughlin, who co-wrote Black Swan.
mm.
It's John Malin is good. He was one of Liefeld's art assistants. He's kind of stepped up to the plate here. It's a good Liefeld cover.
What's going on with Bad
Yaki.
Rock in the back? I feel like it's like Bad Rock's died.
Bedrock's out injured. What's funny is Donovan's run, this run, and Jim Toe's run all have Bedrock damaged and out of commission.
Hmm.
And he's out of commission for three different reasons in the three different storylines. It's so weird.
Um,
It's a weird coincidence, Mark, that all three people did. It's like they didn't read each other's stories.
Yeah,
That's what it looked like.
they didn't know what to do with Bedrock. Come on, man. He's kind of like
Yeah,
he's a big piece of stone, so I would think he's going to be fine, you know.
yeah. This is the Ryan Notley cover.
Oh wow,
Cool.
that's interesting.
It is
His
interesting.
diehard back there. It's interesting
Yeah.
because now he's his style. This is his cleaner style. It's a very clean line style. The coloring is like light. It's like a I like it. I like it. Let me see. Let me see. That's another. Oh, the same one.
Yeah, same one. Just I think why did I put him up there? I think it was just the different, slight differences.
I think I've
Chris
seen this
Giarrusso
one.
did a variant. Always, Chris Giarrusso always fun. His book is always funny. I don't always read it, but I should. I should go back and read all G-Man. G-Man does a lot of backups for Drag, and every time I read him, I'm like, this is so good. But I've just never sat down and committed myself to read more G-Man.
God, look at that hair. Oh my God, that's like a lot of work. Really fun. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's interesting. It's. I mean, all the lines are really cool. I like that. It's got the chapel up there, so it's fun. Dope.
Dope. This is a kind of a parody comic from inside that issue of Youngblood. It's like, oh, there's a Youngblood comic in the Youngblood, and it's not funny. The joke doesn't hit right. This is a take on a X-Men cover. I didn't look it up, but I know it's an homage.
It's a 94. It's Uncanny in 94, I believe.
Is it 94? Okay. Yeah, so all the names are, it's a weird comic, but I kind of like this. It's like, hey, I'm homaging a Bronze Age comic, but like inking it like a bad Liefeld clone. You know, the way Marvel would just like throw inks on like Herb Trimpe, you know? It's almost a Herb
Right.
Trimpe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's fine. It's not, and there's still only 195. It's not committing to any bit. It's also the wrong size. Like everything is not big enough. This should be bigger. That's what she said. This should be bigger, right? Like I remember if it's the 94, it's like really impactful, and this could be you just you just make that bigger. You just make this a lot bigger. This could be bigger. All of it could be. This could be further down. You could do the bar. You could do the Marvel Comics Image Comics Group bar up there. It's like this is
It's
like the
it's
sketch for it,
it's a
and
bunch
you're
of
like, all
weird
right, I'm
choices.
gonna make this a bunch better, and it's not
And
colored
like
in an older style.
and I know it's
So
a comic within a comic, but they name Darkthorn's like he changes people's names. Like I'm the Scarlet Sphinx. Why? Why would you just change his name? Like he's Darkthorn. You know, Darkthorn's or like he calls one of the characters like the Yellow Stream or the Golden Stream. I'm like, he's just Johnny Panic. Why you call him the Golden Stream? I get it, it's a piss joke, but like it's not.
piss joke.
It's very confusing when you read the book. Not good. Not good at all.
This is what you do.
That
This
is
is
what
what
you
you
do.
do. It's right
It's
there.
yeah, it's
You have a
great.
too large. This is perfect. This is perfect. And Mike, we know it worked on it, sure, but that's fine. He's allowed. But he's doing a Kirby homage. He has a big comics code. He's got the choppy. It's a Marvel Comics at 12 cent. A Joe Rosen or what was that? Iowa Watanabe like letter. Come on, man. Come on,
That's really good. You got a
come
head in
on.
a capsule. I always love that. And you know what's great about this comic that you'll never see in a real Hellboy comic? The number 14.
That's right. Impossible. Impossible. What's the X-Men? There's a X-Men comic in Logan. Trying to find, right? I think there is a comic of this, right? There
Yeah,
is
it's a good 8 pages, and it's Dan Panosian.
the Verge. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, it's got
Yeah.
some fake covers in it.
I don't want a Verge subscription. Oh my God,
Get out of
no.
there. No, get out.
Let me read the article. No. Don't you do it. No.
Get out.
Anyway, there it is. Panosian. All right, let's get out of
Sauron.
here. Let's get out of here. Let me get to your. I only follow two things on the X, right? Where were we? We were down here-ish. This is still Valentino?
This is still Valentino. He drew the issue. Inks by Sam Della Rosa. It's telling you the story of like the last time Supreme fought Loki, and it all predates Supreme number one. Like part of the story. It's pretty good. And it talks about the lineage of Supreme and how it leads to The Star Guard of the Future, which is a bunch of descendants of Supreme. Enigma, which is a enigmatic character who's now currently in Blood Squad 7. Blood Squad
Hmm.
7 12 came out this week.
Is that the Stevenson character? That's why it's
Yes, it's an
allowed.
Eric Stevenson character.
It's allowed.
It is, I shall
I
allow it.
love the De La Rosa inks just because it's so 90s, you know.
It
And
is. It is.
yeah. What was the cosmic images? Is that what image they were supposed to do that cosmic image book that Valentino was going to do with Giffen? We talked about before Lost
Yeah, that was
Projects.
that's right, Lost Projects. But Liefeld had he created the Star Guard, probably issue 5 or 6 of Supreme. They're the descendants of Supreme. It's kind of like a Legion of Superheroes.
What was it in Legion in Guardians? Was it the Verge or something or the Stark? The Verge?
The Stark were I know you're on that page now. You're
Oh,
subscribed to the Verge. No, the Stark was a bunch of aliens who found Tony Stark technology and utilized it to make their culture around it.
maybe you are a force of nature, something beyond human. Maybe you're supreme.
What I like about this
Uh,
page, okay, this is real subtle. They're talking on the rooftop. Supreme just gets down, and then she steps down, but they're stepping down on nothing. They're just floating there. Like I think that's kind of a
yeah,
neat.
that's cool. Yeah, you figured that would be done in a Superman comic like that, but no dice.
No dice. This is where she
No.
decides to stay on that Earth. This is funny. This guy posted this to the Liefeld page. And I said, "Hey, I'll post this to my Supreme page. Is that cool with you?" He's like, "Honestly, it's your Supreme page that made me want to draw her." I'm like, "Oh, cool."
It's the Ouroboros, as they say
It
in
isn't. It
Viz,
isn't
right?
Ouroboros.
It's
It
the
isn't Ouroboros.
Ouroboros.
And
I got that right.
let
I got a
me.
word right this week. We need to
You
celebrate.
did. You did. Hey, let me do a quick apology to. Is it Grant Goodman? Because
Greg,
I bitched last week because I always post on a live board and I've always posted this solicitations, and the last two
first. You're
months
usually the
somebody
first. Yeah.
yeah, because it's not a big deal. It's like, oh, there's a solicitation. Here's some nice high res pictures. I'll put them up. And this guy beat me to it. And it wasn't a race or anything, but it was just funny because last week in particular, or when it happened, I kept checking updates for like really good stuff. So he
Mhm.
goes on the Lunar website and he finds it and he posts it. And last week, I'm like, you stay in your lane, jackass. Like,
Right, right.
here,
You yelled
you
at
listen to
him.
this. Yeah, I was
And
just joking, but like, it's funny. Like, he's like, that was me. I'll stay in my lane, wink. And I'm like, oh man, I sound like a jerk. Out of the 10 people who listened to the show, he was one of them.
right, right, right.
Thanks. Thanks, Grant. Keep
That's
keep it
really funny.
extreme.
Keep it extreme. Yeah, I'll have to put it in, and then yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Is like it's. But no, hey, listen. Thanks for watching. You know what I mean? Like, thanks for watching. Thanks
No,
for
I
listening.
appreciate it. Dude, he's
You
10%
know,
of our viewership.
it's a little more than that. Well, it's a little more than that.
I know.
This was I don't think I went over. Did I go over this last week? I don't think I did.
I don't
This
know.
was a
I think he
um.
did.
Oh,
But
okay.
it's
All
awesome
right.
because you showed the inside
Yeah, that's
inside
right.
artwork that's like equal
That's
to
right.
it.
That's right. But instant idiosyncratic pulp on the. We'll do a quick. Let's do a quick haul just to do a quick. Just see what you get. Wood. You got a couple. Let me see those foils. Give me those.
All right,
Rob
give
wants
me
to
them
do an
foils.
official foiled again, but I was too
It's
excited
it's not official,
to
but
talk about it.
Killing
Official.
Joke foil again. I got this week. Nice. Killing
Yep.
Joke, super important book to me. One of the first times I looked at a writer of a comic, I'm like, why is this written so much better than normal Batman? But
Mm.
what's cool is it is deluxe. It's square bound edition. It's the Dark Knight Returns edition, and it's only 7.99 with a foil cover. I thought that's pretty
Yeah.
awesome.
And it has does it have the crease that you can open it? I know you're not trying to open it, but
Oh yeah, yeah. It's got the crease down the side.
so it's just like the
It's
Dark Knight
it's
format,
a
as they said.
true facsimile edition in the
Hmm.
biggest sense of the word.
Can I see
This
the
is
can I
cool.
see the can I see
You want to see her getting shot? You sick fuck.
the
No
opening
what?
cover? Like the inside cover. Does the inside cover look like the inside cover Killing Joke? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the rain.
All right.
Raindrops.
Okay then. Thought I
Let's
was
go through
gonna
this real
I was
fast.
gonna I thought I was about to get mad, and I can't get mad now. I mean, I'll get mad. I probably will. I'll probably get mad.
Boom. Look at that. Foil cover of the thank you. It's the thank you cover for Youngblood number 3. Boom.
It's
Thank you cover for
neat.
Youngblood number 3. I
Hmm.
managed to get this at my store. Super rare. It's kind of like a thank you because my store actually does a pretty good job ordering Youngbloods.
Right.
And it's partially because of me because I'm like, hey, get this, and they're a college town
And they're
store,
sold
and
out.
they
And they're sold out when I go there. When I pop in
they
there.
they've ordered enough. They had a couple left of this, but it's like college towns. Kids just go in like, yeah, I want Youngblood. You can get Youngblood. A lot of stores don't order enough. A lot of stores are angry with Liefeld. Like, how dare you continue to make content for 40 years? You know, how dare you do a podcast for free that has like
Sure.
100,000 views? You know,
No ads. Yeah.
another foil cover I got Chapel. This was a poster that Jim Lee drew Zealot and Liefeld drew Chapel, but they drew them separately. So
Did that poster come out
pretty,
or that was just in promotional stuff?
it's a promotional poster. I have it.
Son of a bitch.
Surprise, surprise. It's from Mexico. This is a foil cover for Spider-Man #1. It's cardstock. It's really nice, really shiny. It's like my foil collection. I limit it to Superman, Youngblood stuff, and like McFarlane Spider-Mans right now.
Now I'm confused at that because did they recently do a Spider-Man #1 facsimile?
I don't know.
I
They
don't think
if they
so.
did
They did
this
a 300.
company
They did an amazing 300.
right.
But
They did
what's on the
Amazing
cover?
300.
What's is the cover? What's the cover price of that thing? What's it say
Of
on the cover
this,
price? Dollar
it's
75.
such a $1.75. It's facsimile. It's a true facsimile.
And
This,
then and there's what's on the back of that? That it has like the Mexico, you
yeah, El
know,
Quinto Mundo is the name of the company.
right.
They do foil covers down in Mexico.
So
They
there's
did it
no
in Amazing
print. There's
98.
no printed value on it. There's no like
Correct.
$20.95. Hey,
I mean,
whatever,
maybe they'll
man.
do
It's an exclusive.
whatever.
Exclusive. Exclusive. Yeah, the next one. The next one.
Well, I'm gonna do this one first. This is
Oh
from
yeah,
Panini. Panini is doing stuff down in Mexico where they took the trade cover and made a foil variant. And it's the Spider-Man 300, so it's thicker. But it's awesome. Like, why aren't we doing this?
I
Or we're doing
that's
it too slow. Marvel
but
sucks.
Marvel sucks. They're money on the table.
This is a
The
gorgeous, gorgeous
facsimiles
cover.
that DC does, they've been doing, and Marvel might have started the facsimiles. I think they did. They did the one for ones, or they did the dollar books for a bit.
Yeah.
Disney True Believers, right?
Hmm.
And then True
Yeah.
Believers were there. That was their. I have a Conan True Believer, which is great.
What happened? What happened? Image doing it? Weren't they doing it like if it was a
They would do a
5 or 10 year
dollar.
anniversary? Well, no,
They would
no.
do.
Recently, they were doing. If it
Oh,
was like a 20th anniversary, they did like a foil
shoot.
Godland.
Yeah, where's Godland? That didn't come out yet.
Did that come
That we
out?
talked about it.
I
No,
know we did. And the
it was
final one.
announced.
This is great. This is Spider-Man #1 reprint, but they put the Marvel Age cover on it, which is a
Yeah.
great McFarlane cover. I was hoping it was a
Not.
full Marvel Age reprint, but it's not. Spider-Man
Yeah,
1.
that's what I asked you. I was like, open that up. What is in there? What's in there? And it's just another Spider-Man #1, which is not bad.
Yeah.
What's the paper? Is the quality, the paper quality, the same ish?
I think it no, I think it's just like a by the
Because that's
way,
a
I
it's a
love
heavier newsprint.
yeah. I love comic bags that have adhesive on the back. So much
Oh
better
yeah,
than
yeah,
like putting tape on it. Oh,
yeah.
it's a glossy stock.
Hmm.
But look, man, it's got the advertising.
Advantageous. Webline
No,
advantageous.
problem is it's not a true facsimile because
Can you read me
it doesn't have
the
bonk in the middle.
oh, it doesn't have bonk. That sucks. Does it have
No
tobacco as
bonk.
wacko?
Nah,
We
just
need to do
El
ads
Quinto
that we
Mundo.
fucking hated, right? We hated
But they
tobacco as
sh
wacko. We hated bonk.
yeah.
I
And
hated there's actually like almost a comic, a Spider-Man comic in the fucking middle of a handful of books. You just take it out.
was that
It's
the
like
one
eight
by Greg
pages.
Schigel?
Yep. Bill Roseman wrote it, I think, or something like that. I was an
Greg
editor.
Schigel, he was a good artist. He didn't draw much. He drew the last issue of What If that had
He
the
drew the new Avengers, the new Young Avengers.
you're right, the first new Avengers where it's all the kids of the heroes stuck on Battleworld.
Yeah, yeah. We're not mad
That's
at
my
you,
brief.
Greg.
Hey, something funny.
Or maybe a little mad at him.
On Liefeld show the other day, he was selling the foils. And you know what he says? Foiled again. I'm like, what?
Come on, that's ours.
I'll just take that as I'll take that as a promotion.
I don't know.
He's not stealing it. He's promoting.
Um,
That's my incredible foil haul. That's my foiled again.
incredible
Foil.
haul.
It's my foiler alert.
Got my skin breaker treasury number
Nothing better.
5.
God,
So I got three more.
these treasury editions are great.
Three more. Got my young blood. Got my young blood regular. I have that. I picked up the second print of Absolute Batman. Got this at the. I got this at here, NJ Comics Stop.
Oh,
My
nice bag.
my workplace, my
Your
secondary
workplace.
workplace. I go
Your
there
work away
for
from work.
free comics. Uh, that I work for. Vinyl Boss number 3. which I haven't read yet. And then this Conan cover, which there is a foil for this too. And
Is
and
it?
he posted for this is Gerardo Savino. He posted for I think it's Orlando Comic Con, and it's like I think you can pre head sketch $350. I'm like, I was like, can you draw that again? Like that's so dope. That's like that's really really good. So
That is really
this is
nice.
super quick thing. It's funny. It's just stuff we talked about recently that I did not have. I didn't have a Checkmate 3 until I felt cover. I didn't have a Shattered Image 1. I have the other ones. I don't know what I did with my Shattered Image 1. It doesn't make any sense.
You know
Maybe
what's
they're
interesting?
for my Tony Daniel run.
Shattered Image, Shattered Image 3, in between 2 and 3 is when Liefeld leaves Image. So they
Hmm.
had to redraw over the characters. Like there's a really bad Tony Daniel barbaric that they just it was bad rock, but they just colored him red to look like barbaric. It's terrible.
Uh,
And other points, like they drew over like Lady Supreme and Kid Supreme and made it like Mighty Man and somebody else. Like it's just funny how out of their way they went to take Liefeld's characters out of that story.
yeah, I don't remember. I don't think I ever read it. Read it. I think I read the
Here's
first
the worst
issue.
part. At one point in the middle of it, Dale Keown leaves Image. So Pitt's there. And next issue, like, hey, where's that big guy with the chain? What was his name? Pyle? They couldn't remember Pitt. And then at one point, Cyberforce leaves in the beginning of the issue because it's when Top Cow left Image. And then they come back, like, oh, look, Cyberforce is back. Where'd you just go? Like, it's
Yeah,
so
you don't need
poorly.
to. Yeah.
No, they should have just stopped doing that and just continued the story.
Yeah, but that was weird because what? It's like a Busiek not script. It's a Barbara Castle script, I think. I think it's a Busiek
Yeah, I
plot.
think.
So
Right, right.
I think Barb was just like cleaning up, like and no editor's notes. I filled in my my Garney Hulk run.
Oh,
Um,
cool.
I wonder what's behind the scenes here because it goes burn, 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 and then it goes to Ordway scripting, and then it goes to Jenkins in issue 14.
Well, Larson
Um,
has an issue too, right?
I don't know.
Issue 9.
No, nine is Garney, Ordway, and then
Look
Sally
inside.
Boo.
Look inside.
Nope, nope.
What issue does he fight Wolverine?
That's a Garney. He fights Wolverine issue 8.
All right, who wrote it?
That's the Greg Schlegel's in the middle. That one?
I
Yeah.
think one of those are written by Larson.
Oh, it is by Larson. You're right. Eric Larson writer. You're right. Look at me. And we just talked about it. I was just gonna rip this out on air. Ripping it out. There's yours, Media Blitz.
It's nicely drawn. Like it's a
Glenn
shame that guy
Herdling.
didn't draw Glenn Herdling,
I
Glenn
know,
Birdling,
but
according to What the. Remember What
I
the when they did
know.
the Spider Ham story? It was like Glenn Birdling, Alex Saviak,
Ripping it
and
out. Ripped it out.
Jim Salamander Krupp.
Just rip it out of that book. Ripped out. I'm out.
There you go.
Ripping it up.
Now you can give that book away free on Halloween to kids.
No, I just
That'll
ripped
be
it
your
up.
new deal. Just just tear them out. Just tear out all the free comics and give them to kids. Look, that's a better comic now.
Better comic. Goes right to there to there. Garney, and Sal Buscema inks. Come on. Come on. Okay, why did
All
I
right.
get this? I already have this issue. Why do I get this? What am I doing here? What am I getting this issue for? What's
To
happening?
put in your Death Head section.
I already have it in my Death Head section. I don't have it in my Barry Windsor Smith section.
Oh, you don't. Oh, okay. It's the opposite.
It's the opposite. Uh, this book I got paid for. This was a book that was in John's dad's basement. So the comic shop owner, John Costa, had to go to the I was basically given a task saying like, hey, can you just we have a collection, can you put that collection with the bigger collection in the basement? I'm like, go in a basement on a Sunday and it's 10 degrees outside. Sounds great. However, it was great, number one. Number two, the house smelled great because mom was making soup or something. I don't know. It was amazing. It smelled amazing in there, but I didn't get any soup. But there
No
was
soup
just
for you.
random books, no soup for me. There's random just boxes of stuff. And then there was some Verotic stuff up top. I'm like, ooh, and this
Ooh.
is just a hard book to get, not a valuable book. Again, that's why John's never worried about me pulling keys because I'm like, do you have Goth number three? He's like, I don't even know what that is. He's like, you can just have it. I was like, what do you want for this? He's like, I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
Um,
What's great about Goth is that was the book Liam Sharp did after he left Hulk. So like, oh, is this his take on like a how Keown did Pitt? Like Sharp will do
yeah, yeah,
Goth.
yeah. He
And the
did
thing about
Goth,
Goth
and
is it's
it's
all
all
giant
dicks.
dongs.
It's
That's
all
if you're a
giant
big dude,
dongs.
you got a big dong.
That's right. Um,
But Cool looking book. I
Yep.
like the Veronica stuff. There's some really good Jason Pearson artwork in that.
There's
There's
some
some really good.
Canetti stuff in there with Igrat and stuff. I got that's
Yeah,
I didn't see that, but early Greg Canetti, but I get my John Paul Leon on
that's nice. That's a cool series.
for Brian Hitch.
Brian Hitch, yeah,
I
that's a good
got
book.
McDaniel, got my filling in my McDaniel run. I already grabbed an
That
Arcanum
is
run there,
dude,
but I
the
was
McDaniel
missing
run
four and
is an
five.
endeavor, dude.
McDaniel run's great. And that's right around that time. That was just like kind of my well, and then so filling in my detective Sean
Oh,
Martinbauer run was a great cover.
that is a great
Uh,
cover.
even though we don't like Dave Johnson. This was a pretty
Except we
cool,
do we do
fun
like him. We
miniseries.
like
We do
him.
like him.
We don't like that
We
he dislikes people.
yeah, we don't like your. We got to promote up, promote up.
Except for we started this episode with you like shitting on a bunch of people.
What did Rob Haynes do besides this? He did some
Didn't he do
dragon
like
work.
a Savage Dragon backup and some pinups? Yes.
Yeah.
But this is
I
a
don't know
totally different
why
looking
this
style.
style didn't kind of go. I kind of liked this. This was
Cause that
just
story
like,
cause that story's boring as hell.
yeah, but the action and stuff was real good. You
Oh,
know
the
what I mean? I
action's great.
remember,
I know
you're
what they
right.
were going
I don't
for.
remember it like at all, basically.
No. And we're all excited
Um,
because like, oh, Bennett's doing a miniseries, Rob Haynes, this will be great. It's like, oh,
yeah,
this is
this I had in my collection previously, the McGuire, and then it ends with Kevin West. So it's like, oof,
yeah,
it's a little
it's funny.
tough.
It's funny we had just talked about that last week because it's in the new Captain America omnibus.
Yeah, it's also weird that they kind of gave up on it. So it's still the same like Dark Knight-ish format. However, the first one has like a gloss
Nice and
and a
embossed and
mold, and they're
yeah,
like, nah, we're not doing that issue 2, 3, 4. We're forgetting it. We're forgetting about it. Terry Austin inks. So Terry
nice.
Austin kind of the consistent. I got this for
He's
$1. The Avengers finale, which has a bunch of center spreads and stuff by people.
no, it's a pretty good looking book.
Pretty, but this is Eric Powell.
Eric Powell, dude,
You
gorgeous.
know,
We
pretty
love Eric
fun.
Powell.
I think
Well,
it starts off with a Simonson. Is that right? Let's see.
I don't know what he's working on right now.
Um, I don't know. I feel like he does a lot of collections. There's a Jim Chung that's like really
Oh, so
good.
good, dude.
Jim Chung does something like this heavier. He does like a singular outline. So if you're doing a shot like this, a lot of times it can get too muddy. He does an outline on cap. You can't really see it here, but like a thin white outline, so it's segregated in that. Guys, after my Pacheco run, Green Lantern #1. This is a Sally Boo annual actually. Or maybe I'll post that. Sally with Claus Jansen. A little heavier inks on the Jansen part, so it doesn't immediately look like Sal, but you can see it. But a lot of Guardians Galaxy. This is a great annual. That was like $3. This is what I was thinking of. This is kind of a similar situation with the Thor 700, and you got like a Simonson one
Yeah, that's
pager up
nice.
top. There's a bunch of there's a Batman Uncovered book, which has a bunch of good like covers, center spread covers and stuff. Pretty dope. Um, Immortal, Dr. Fate #1. Got your Simonson. This goes in my Simonson run. This is tough. This is all over the place. So you got this has to go in my Simonson collection, and then
Right?
issue 2, 3, 4 has to go in my Giffen collection. Pretty tough. Actually, I think #2 has both, so I got to buy 2 copies of #2. How annoying. Got this from my Steve Rude.
All right.
I got this. Even though there's only 3 pages, I got this from my Keown run because he does 3 pages of this and the cover. JR run. Uh, Trent Kuniga run.
Yes.
I sold during the pandemic. I had this. I had a bunch of Ghost Rider stuff, and it
Yeah.
went for a crazy amount of money. It went for like $70. It was like this one, the six, and maybe
And the
the
one
Clayton
half?
Crane one. I think maybe the
Oh,
Clayton Crane was in there. The
that's
Ennis
sort of
one.
okay. There's they're good books.
I've never read this one. This was the 1 year later. I got this from my McDaniel section, but had all the issues of the this was the Winnick
Yes.
Scott McDaniel. Never read that. So that's fun. So I got them all for $1. He had a couple Daredevil. This has the first couple issues, Tommy Lee Edwards covers. Michael Lark goes my Michael Lark collection. This is when Brubaker was set up. The first Bendis, which is a which Daredevil's not even in this issue, which is kind of a bummer because it has like a great cover, and I was going to feature because
It
I
is a
have
good
a bunch
cover.
of Daredevil. I would want to do a feature of like Daredevil like restarts because I feel like it is always like it always definitely ends and then it would be a new writer like Andy Diggle or Bendis Brubaker,
It did do that,
James
yeah.
DeMatteis, Carl Kessel,
Mhm.
Karen. Like um, speaking of that, the Carrie Nord,
Yeah.
Ghost Rider Crossroads. I've never with the die cut.
And I
I've
see you at the crossroads,
never read
so you
this.
won't be lonely.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I've never read this. This was a pretty nice. So again, Howard Mackey, and then this one. This is the sequel to Hearts of Darkness, and this has four covers, but the covers kind of suck. Covers are,
Yeah.
you know, it's all just people standing around.
People, lots of people.
All
People.
people standing around. It's my for my Garney collection. Well, it's kind of crazy. Or is this the third one? Because wasn't there one that Lee Weeks did? So you have a JRJR Lee Weeks, but I think
Hmm.
someone in the Lee Weeks when someone's not there. I think Wolverine's not there, so it might be a Ghost Rider
Okay.
Punisher only. Uh, for $1. I
Love
think
it.
I had this and I sold it in an Howard collection. Shogun Warriors 5, Herb Trimpe.
Nice.
Shogun Warriors 7.
Nice.
Shannon She Devil got this for like $3. Number 2.
Son.
Low grade, but whatever. It's
Whatever. You're not back. It's not like you're bagging and boarding it or taking care of them.
Carol Suling wrote this. I guess that's Phil Suling's spouse, maybe?
Maybe.
Interesting. Another Pop Man. Pop
Oh,
Man.
I love it. I love Pop Man at that point, dude.
This is the
I love
better
I love
Pop
Pop
Man.
Man. It's his
Yeah.
maximum press work I really love. It's that
Mhm.
work I really love. Like I just got copies of Disavowed 1 through 3. I didn't read them yet,
Right. Yep.
but
But that's
that's his
his that's more of
his
like his
modern
Freddie
style.
Williams style. That's like yeah, this is his Wilder style. Like I like this. This was
That's his
Christian.
inspired by Chris Pacello. Like he took
Yeah,
Chris
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Pacello
yeah.
and then went his own direction, and that stuff's really fun.
One direction. He went one direction. It's a
Yes,
very good -1. And that's a wonderful for
it
the
is.
Atom. For the Atom. And is that it? Is that it? I think that was it. That was it. Yep. That was it. What a good so good little mini haul, little mini haul,
That's fun.
putting it together. But that's it. That's it for it. We're trying to thaw out here. We're not getting a second wave of snow out here by Philadelphia.
But
So
the first wave of snow is still here.
it's not going
I
to go
had
anywhere.
to.
Tomorrow it's going to be a high of 32, I believe. So hopefully there's a little bit of sun and it can melt. It melted a tiny bit yesterday, but it didn't really get over 24 degrees. So
This is unheard of for New Jersey. New Jersey's technically considered subtropical now
how's your
because of
dog
our.
doing in the snow? Does it hate it or like is it? Because it's
Well,
not
right now
snow, by the way. It's
now they
not.
just walk on it.
Yeah,
It's like they're
your dog's
sliding
light
around.
enough to walk on it. Yeah, like I got a big bear, so he's
Your
not.
the ground barely holds bear up.
No, no. There's
Poor
certain
fat
areas
bear.
that he was like skating, but he actually cut his like the snow. It's not friendly because he actually got a cut in his paw, and I
Oh,
had to like soak it, and it was really
the
sad
worst,
because there's
the
blood all
saddest
over. It
thing.
looked horrible.
I remember the one time your dog was trying to get at some honey and he got stuck in a hole. Still got stuck
That's
in a
right.
rabbit's hole. We had to pull him out.
That's correct.
Poor fat bear. Oh, bother.
That's it, everyone. Well, everyone have the best time. Everyone read comics, promote comics, like, share, subscribe, comment. You know. And we'll see everyone real soon. Get this one right
Give us a
out.
give us a booyakashan.
Yeah, Boy Kashan. And then, you know what? And also get the hype points. Put some hype points on this shit. I think that does something. I should have my kids do hype points. They watch enough shit. I think hype points literally grow when you watch a bunch of YouTube. So I know my kids do that. I'm like, hey, go on my thing. For whatever reason, 2 weeks, the one with the Liefeld, the Deviant, what was it called? Was that Deviants?
The defiance.
The Defiance. That went a little bit. That popped a little bit for some reason. Maybe
Uh-oh.
I just put Rob Liefeld in every one of the
Yeah,
titles. Usually
yeah, that
will
gets people.
help.
And you know, it's funny.
We
It's like
generally talk about them, so
I would have.
it wouldn't be too far away from cheating. It's not cheating.
It's
I
not.
would say 10%
Yeah,
of the
that's
show is
not me.
usually just is talking about them. So it's not a shilling.
He's a cool creator, and we have a little bit of access to him, and he puts himself out there. I'm not telling any tales out of school. I won't do that. I have stuff I can never
No
say.
tails out of school.
Though,
No
when he made
tails.
the team the Defiance, I'm like, oh, I should make a team called the Valiants. Let's just make superhero teams out of defunct '90s comic companies. The
Listen,
Valiants. Anyone ever do the Valiants?
I think they did the Valiants in the Valiant universe, though. I feel like they
Did
did
they
that. I
call
feel
them
like I
the
feel like
Valiants?
someone did. I feel like there isn't a Valiant something. I think so. I think Matt
There,
Kent or Lemire did when they did their.
but but is there a Valiants with a Z at the end?
No,
Uh-oh,
no.
somebody's got a new
Did
book
you
coming
always
out.
hate? I always hated comics with an X when they would do the X. I hated that.
Yes, that's why I
I
do it.
hate
That's why I
that.
did it on purpose. The Maniacs has an X at
I
the
know,
end.
but
Like,
that's cool. I mean like the con that's cool. That's cool. But I never liked when people would be like comics. They would just be it would be edgy for no reason. There was a
oh,
video th
for no
this
reason,
week
yeah,
too of and I watched a clip of it. There was a video about like the production woes of Cool World, right? And I
yeah.
haven't seen Cool World in 25 years.
It's
And they actually you can and someone posted a scene of when he goes in the comic book store and that comic book store sold nothing but that one comic book. And then there was also a biography about the guy who was just in jail. And then someone is standing by the register is like, so you're going to do a comic about you killing your wife? And I was like, because they have to have exposition there. Like it seems like the most uncomfortable. And then the clerk, this good looking comic book clerk, which is not a thing, besides me, like good female comic book clerk, good looking, was trying to ask and sleep with the guy who just got out of jail, by the way, but did the comic in jail. Like it seems like just a nightmare. I kind of want to watch it. I wonder if it's as bad as the comic book store that was in True Romance. I thought that was bad, where he's describing a comic book that's not it's not what he's holding, and it's not
right.
exactly right either. And I'm like, this sucks. But we'll take back then we were like, we'll take what we can get. We'll take what we can
We'll
get.
do. We will. We will. There was the first episode of Malcolm in the Middle,
I
famously.
knew you were gonna say that. I was about to say that.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's like,
But that
oh,
was accurate.
he's
I thought that was
yes and no. He's like, Youngblood #1. You know how rare this book is? There's like a million
oh
copies.
yeah. Yeah.
And then he's like, Savage Dragon. Is this the issue where he gets ripped in half? At that point, he had not been ripped in half. He
Right.
does eventually get ripped in half, but not that issue.
I wonder if it was chicken or the egg. I wonder if like if that was on there and then Larson's like, I'll rip him in half. No problem. Does he
Yo,
rip himself in half? Is that when he's on the spire when he falls?
well, that's he doesn't rip himself in half there, but that Spire issue is great.
That's great, isn't it?
They kind of redid it a little bit in
Hmm.
Fallout 2 weeks ago. They did a similar thing where he's trying to get himself off like a spire type thing.
Hmm.
The one character, Walton Goggins
The
plays the
ghoul.
ghoul,
Yeah.
but
Awesome.
he doesn't do it as well as Dragon does, and he doesn't get off.
Do
He
it.
can't do it. He's almost there. It's a good issue.
Hmm.
Savage Dragon 8 is so good. Kirkman owns the whole issue, of
Oh,
course.
really? Wow.
Larson never really sold dragons for a long time, and then he realized, like, what am I going to do? Give all this stuff to my kids? I'm causing a hassle for them. And
Yeah,
Larson,
right.
I think what happened to Larson is his grandfather died at like 103. So he's like, oh,
Hmm.
Larson's we're going to be long lived. But then his dad died at like 80. He's like, oh, maybe I don't have that much time. And Larson himself is like 60 something. So I think he eats like garbage. So I think he's like a little more mortality minded.
Yeah.
So I think he finally started selling some stuff, and he really wanted this Herb Trimpe issue of Hulk. Like he wanted the first Hulk issue that he ever bought. He wanted all the original art for it. It came up for auction,
Oh, I see.
and
Wow.
he's like Kirkman, buy this for me, and I'll trade you Dragon stuff. And Kirkman was like, all right. And the Herb Trimpe Hulk issue went for a lot. And Larson couldn't get the cover. The cover wasn't available. It was just every interior page.
Hmm.
So Kirkman wins the bid, of course, because it's Kirkman. He's like, well, I'll take Dragon #8. So he traded Dragon
Wow.
8 for that, which is a good deal for Larson. So then Larson had Herb Trimpe redraw the cover for him, like a commission, like, hey, redraw
Oh,
this
I
just
see.
like you did.
There was a lot
And
of
then
Sal ones I saw today when I was kind of digging through some energy. Yeah, there's a lot of Sal recreations over the last 20 years.
like 2 years later, the original cover came up for auction. Larson's like, damn it, and I got to get that. So he's got the original cover, he's got a recreation of the cover,
Yeah.
and he's got the full issue. So he's pretty happy with that. Like that's his dream book.
What an interesting decision. Be like, I can't afford this issue. Let me call a guy who I know can, and then I can, who's a fan of me, that I can give him things in my house. This is the weirdest. This is the weirdest the whole thing. The
Yes,
whole thing, right? Like I wouldn't have been able to be in my house if I didn't have stuff. And luckily, my second wife didn't take all my comic books when she was here and I left. Like
yes,
somehow she took the lawnmower. Like you didn't take what could potentially be valuable in the house. And that year I survived by working and like I only survived by selling my comic, like by selling during like post-COVID comics. Like it's crazy. It's the only industry you can do something like that. It's the only industry where guys like, oh, that's up for auction. I don't have any money, but I got a pile of stuff over there. I can probably give to another guy. Hey, can you do? You know what I mean? It's the weirdest confluence, if that's the right word. Probably not. So anyway, long story longer, long ending even
True.
longer.
Everything is
Let's
long about the show.
let's do it. That's what she said. Everyone have a good one. Like, comment, subscribe. Put some comments in the file of stuff you want us to talk about or cover, or something you're reading that we're not reading. You know, what I mean, we kind of go
Yeah,
over what we're reading. We need to do a catch up, maybe a monthly. Maybe we'll do a monthly catch up thing.
maybe.
Catch up. You know, stuff.
Good
Gotta
stuff.
fill it in. Sad
All
and
right.
cold and cold and
It
hard.
is.